on the bike. Yeah.
Welcome everyone to our 10th episode of Seeing Off the New Ball, a Bergvliet Cricket Club original. The club remains undefeated in 2023 with a perfect 4 from 4 from our teams this past weekend. My name is Greg, your host, and joining me today are regulars Calvyn and Kenny. How are you guys doing?
What's happening, team?
Good. And in today's episode, we are joined by Warren Lawrence, the Thirsties conqueror.
How's it going,
We've
guys?
got the Red Bull maestro, Marcelino Gaffley, joining as well. And then we've got Earl the Pearl coming in a little bit later as he joins us. So it's going to be a big episode. Let's get straight into it. The Thirsties hosted Greenpoint Cricket Club in a 3A clash. This one went down to the wire with the boys knocking off the runs with 1 ball to spare for a 2-wicket win. Elaine top scored with his second 50 avoidance of the weekend with 48. The winning runs hit by the very own Biceptosaurus VT with Jamie Davids, the pick of the bowlers, taking 3 sticks. Warren, first of all, how are you doing, mates? And welcome to the show. Take us through what a day out for the boys.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for inviting me to the show. I would say it was a very close game, very, very tight. The boys definitely feeling the nerves. The bowlers definitely put in the work, getting them under 180. And then the openers, I would say, did the job with Elaine scoring his 40. The wickets started going down. Greenpoint were a good bowling side, and they knew what they were doing in the field, so it was very tough for us to chase the score down pretty quickly. When I went into bat, not expecting it, I just said to myself, keep your wicket, do the job, get the singles, and Justin was there as the umpire, and he was just every ball or every over he would come up to us and just say keep pushing, 1 run at a time, and the main goal for me was just to keep my wicket. I think the nerves got to me at the end in the last over because 2 dot balls, and then the wicket. But VT
nicked off.
Yeah, nicked off. He was bowling the same line. I had to do something. I had to get bats into ball. Unfortunately, it was too little bats. But I had all the faith in VT when he went in, and I knew he would knock the ball for 4 at least for the winning runs.
Tim's updates, I put it into the reel on the Instagram. It was tantalizing stuff. Kenny, where were you when you were following? You out on the mountain, or were you sat at home?
I was lying in bed watching the Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, as well, I mean, it's great to beat Greenpoint because there's a bit of history there. A few players leaving us for Greenpoint, so a bit of a rivalry going on there. So it's always great to get the win against Greenpoints. You've
got a brother playing in the club as well. Was he the one who recruited you?
Yeah, Craig Lawrence and Jesse. They started at the club when it was pre-season, I think, last season. And I've played action cricket with them, and they the 2 cricketers. I'm more of the squash player, so they say, hey, come along. You don't often get to play alongside your brother or your cousin in a club team. So if I can work my way up, then I can get a chance to play with my brother again. So and my cousin.
So you just to answer that question. So you haven't yet. Is that correct?
I've played one or 2 club games, but that was for when we played for United Cricket Club.
Get them in the yellow.
Get them in the yellow. Yeah.
We joke about this, but these are things that are discussed in the selection meeting. We put a story out there. It might just happen. No, good. And Marci, were you following the Thirsties on a lovely Sunday with a beer in hand?
I was actually keeping score for them.
Oh, even better, with a beer in hand?
Yes, after
okay.
I have the best story. So we played the Saturday, and I think the seconds played the Sunday. And it was both days. I remember saying to him at the end of Sunday, going, Marci, are you on a bachelor's weekend or something? You've been here 2 days in a row, and you're just polishing beers and having an absolute jaw.
We got Warren for a few more minutes. So Warren, what are your top highlights so far this season turning out for the boys?
I would say just the camaraderie between the guys has been very evident in the groups. I mean, the group does not stop chatting. There's messages constantly. So that Thirsties group is it keeps going, eh? You know, the guys are comfortable with each other. They can just say what they want. It's a really nice space to be in.
That's one way of saying people don't shut up.
But yeah, I think just being out on the field, playing cricket again, field cricket, because I haven't played since grade 10. It's my last time I played field cricket with a team. So I would say just the overall experience to be out there is enough for me. To be very.
Geez, that's huge because I've seen you bowl in the net. You actually bowl quite well, so that's huge that you haven't played in a while.
Yeah, my brother.
I know you said you're doing action cricket,
Yeah.
but I mean that's like off a 3-step run.
I mean, my run off's 13 steps, so it's not much.
Yeah, I see you at the back there having conversations with the coaching staff.
And even further behind him is where Ryan van Niekerk stands at the net. Anyway.
Oh, before we get into the rapid fire
Sure.
question, I have a question, the same question I'm going to ask Earl, so I want to get it out here before he joins. Can you name 5 members that play for BCC?
Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen.
Besides my brother and Jesse, right?
I'll give you those 2 for free.
Justin. I definitely know Justin. I don't know their last names, but Justin.
Oh, that's fine.
Elaine, Jamie, Jesse.
Nice.
I think I'm
Nice.
doing it.
Yeah,
I know
well done.
Josh plays
well
for
done.
first team, I think. Josh.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, well done. No,
yeah,
well done.
So, quick fire questions. Off the cuff, first thing that comes to your mind: Madeiras or Pirates?
Pirates.
Lovely. Favorite away venue?
Far out. I haven't played much away games. I played like 3. I would say Avondale was very good. Their pitch was very nice.
Good.
Second
and then
mention for Avondale.
second mention, correct? Yeah. Best player you have played with?
At the moment, Jesse. No, is it Jamie or Jesse? The bowler.
The bowler.
Jamie.
The bowler,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah. Against Greenpoint, he did some magic. I've never seen that before.
Oh, he's a good
Yeah,
guy.
Favorite type of dismissal?
Bald. Middle stump right
Bald.
at the ground, yeah, 100%.
And then lastly, and we'll check in with you at the end of the season for an update on this question.
Sure.
But loosest teammate you have played with?
Looses.
You can throw your brother. You can throw your brother under the bus there.
Jesse. It's Raji.
Raji, okay. Loosest. Warren, great. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to leave
Thank you.
off to go mold the young minds of South Africa.
Thanks for inviting me. Great to be here. And I'll definitely check it on the YouTube.
On to the Titans. Our Titans begrudgingly travelled to Camps Bay in a big 3C clash over the weekend, where they managed to pull off a very tight win. Henko followed up his 6-for performance last week with another 3-6, while that man again, Elaine, managed his second 48 of the weekend. Young Marci joining us to take us through how the day went. How are you getting on there, Marci?
I'm doing well. Thanks, guys, for inviting me to the podcast. It was a great Saturday out. Great view. Not only the landscape, but I haven't played there since I think I played junior cricket
Sure.
there. That's many years
I think that's
ago.
the last time Camps Bay were in a cricket league.
Could be. Yeah.
They've been out for quite some time. They're the new Bergvliet Cricket Club. They're starting from the bottom.
Oh,
Apparently, Tim
Yeah.
Stoltz has some shares in there.
Camps Bay's team is guys that live out in the southern suburbs.
sure.
Yeah, it's pretty much Oaks who can't make any squad. They went and started one in Camps Bay.
We played Camps Bay a couple of years ago as Bergvliet in 3A. We actually, at that stage, we were contemplating taking them over as the club so we could use that ground. That's how nice the ground is.
I can't imagine the admin issues when a team rocks up to Bergvliet to play us and we say, no, mate, our home ground's Camps Bay. By the way, you're late. We're winning the toss. Like, that could be upsetting to many sides.
I mean, that field's
Yeah,
glorious.
true. Marci, how would you describe your bowling style? Because it's quite distinctive.
When I was younger, I was actually an opening batsman. One of the senior teams, they needed a bowler,
Yeah.
and they asked if I wanted to play, and I said, yeah, I'll play. I was just throwing the ball and said, bowl. And from that day, when I started bowling, my balls were just moving in. Say like to fifth stump, my balls just swing in. I bowl the areas and the lines. That's about it.
The line, my balls just swing in. I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face.
We were all
I'm
thinking
struggling over here. So you're saying you went from opening batsman to opening bowler, and what number do you bat now?
Bat from 8
Oh,
down.
stop it. If Biden throws me the ball ever again, I'm going to throw it straight back to him. That sounds like you've lost out big time there.
Yeah.
How would you say the mood in the camp is, in the Titans camp, after the captain was ousted and Elaine's taking over the reins there?
Well, when the news was broken, I felt that Tim is actually a good leader. However, when Elaine was elected to captain the team, I felt that he was a good candidate. There are others that I also thought would have taken the role.
Name one.
But,
Name drop.
So I like Jerome Davies, Gigi as well.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my lord,
There
that would make news.
Can we actually just confirm in the comments if Craig Griffin has actually captained a game as yet?
And can we start a little roll? Craig Griffin, captain 2024 season, yes or no?
And then, Marci, when we're looking at just your achievements for the club, this is your second season playing. What would you say is your favourite BCC memory so far, outside of the castle lights in a camping chair every weekend?
Well, when I came down to watch the first practice session, just to see the guys practicing and all that. For me, the highlight of is just the way the first team is playing as a unit. It's I don't think anyone or anything can divide that team, especially the spirit that they have, the fighting spirit, good all-rounders. I would say that the first team has 11 all-rounders, no batters and no bowlers.
I think if you had to ask Ryan, he says there's a word for that, Marci. It's called closed side.
Okay.
But let's not start another one's table situation. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, listen, Ryan had a crack at the ones this season, so let's see if you can get back in there. Marci, we're going to go ahead with the quick fire questions. Madeiras or Pirates?
Madeiras.
Good man. Favorite away venue?
It will be UWC.
Jeez,
That's
after
a new
all
one.
this Camps Bay chat, we go UWC. Okay, good. That's a new one. Best player you have played with?
I've got two. So before Bergvliet, it was with Herschel Gibbs.
Jeez.
All right. Jeez, that's going to be a tangent.
For Bergvliet, Struan.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
The
the club
chef.
treasure.
The club
Yeah.
treasure.
The club treasure, Struan Ryan. Just a quick note on Herschel Gibbs there. Give us the lowdown there. You can't drop old
Name
Gibbsy
drop.
there.
Yeah.
I played with him junior cricket under 15. I opened the batting with him.
Amazing.
I faced the first ball. I don't know why. From the word go, as he faced, he was hitting the balls already for fours and sixes. He just had it. He was great talent from that age already.
Sure.
That must have been fantastic. That's a great
I
memory.
love it how Marci's put a 14-year-old Herschel Gibbs above 99% of Bergvliet Cricket Club.
But the funny thing is, Herschel was at that age he was selected to play for Avondale's first team, and I think they were playing in the 1A division.
Jeez.
He scored 100 not out in that same season.
Jeez.
I think that checks out then.
Yeah, that makes sense then, yeah.
I mean, look, I will be honest. If I was 14 years old and I'd played with AB or Quinny or Herschel Gibbs, sorry, Bergvliet, I'm putting them as my best player I've played with as well.
Peter, we edit this part out. Two more here, Marci, before you go. Favorite type of dismissal?
Bowling outside the off stump, batsman leaving it, the off stump or the middle stumping ball.
yes.
With one of your swinging balls, you say.
Yep.
Calvin. And lastly, loosest teammate that you've played with? You can say Herschel as well.
I would say Pierre de Villiers.
That's a new one. Great, Marci. You're going to take your daughter to school. Have a great day. Good luck this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me here.
Cheers, Marci.
Cheers.
Great. Two good guests so far. And then we're going to move over to the Miracle Men. They had the honour of hosting Bergvliet Cricket Club at Franksfirth this past weekend. It ended up being quite a big day. I I'm assuming. I don't know how their game went. I also don't know. We've got a highlights package that Peter will put together on screen now. There's just absolutely nothing from the twos. Anyway.
2-1.
Yeah. But we managed to get one of them from the twos. Earl Hendricks, Earl the Pearl, joining us here today in his vest, his wife beater. Welcome to the show, Earl. Good to have you on.
Thanks for having me. Well, Calvin said I had to come in topless, so I thought I'll meet him halfway.
Earl, good to have you on. Take us through the game this past weekend. How did it go for you and the boys?
Yeah, when we rocked up, I mean, I was looking at our opponents and I'm like, they don't really look like much cricketers here. It was pretty much a walk in the park. I think we had more wickets in runs at one stage than their runs up until we lost our first wicket. Pretty much a walk in the park with the way we flew through the batting. I don't know who was my opening partner. He was on a hat trick. Just couldn't get it, unfortunately.
Did the boys do the cap inside out back to front?
Correct.
Yes,
correct. Yes, that was a first.
It is something I absolutely hate, but it's something that the Cub is strong on it, but I hate it.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, Calvin, have you ever played in a club where they haven't done that?
Yes. I mean, this is the first time I've played where
that's the first for me as well.
What?
Yeah, it's a first for me as well.
So I've played club cricket in Durban as well as Cape Town, and I have never been part of a team that hasn't done that.
Oh, okay. So maybe it is a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm also unaware of it. But Earl, how did you go over the weekend with the ball?
Decent, I'd say. It wasn't as good as my last performance at Rosmead. I don't know, maybe because the wind wasn't behind my back as strong as it was the previous game.
I also go with that excuse
helping. Too. But still, yeah, it was decent enough. Still swinging the ball a lot. It's my first time playing with a two-piece ball, so I really have to push it outside leg to get it pass off stump. That's how much it's swinging. When we batted, I think we were going at 10 and over. We were 40 odd for no wicket after 4 or 5 overs, and then a bit of a crumble there. I think it first started with Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Matt couldn't put a ball that should be into McDonald's from where we were. He just skied it. He sliced it horribly wrong there. I think the bowler just basically pulled the pin out the grenade and just threw it and missed it.
I can listen to Earl's match reports forever.
It was horrible balls that we got out to, basically. We were scrambling for pads at one stage, and I'm like, surely I'm not going to pad up to get 14 runs here. Luckily, I didn't have to, and then we won the game.
But how many wickets were down?
I think we were 5 down.
I mean, look, that's not bad.
5 after 5 overs, yeah.
I mean, look, that's not bad because it is the Bergvliet way to just have a random collapse for absolutely no real valid reason. This is getting too easy. Let's just throw some wickets away just to see what happens.
You can just imagine if that 6th wicket goes down and then squeaky bum time for sure.
So, I know, obviously you and I are buddies off the field as well as on the field, even though we haven't played together, but at the nets and stuff. You had quite a choice with clubs to go to. You were offered Wynberg St. John's. You obviously almost went back to Victoria's. I know this because you invited me to go with you to a karaoke night. And if you guys don't know, a karaoke night at Victoria Cricket Club is one hell of an experience. I enjoyed it though. Luckily for all, I grew up in Ottery, for folks who don't know this, and I went to Plumstead High, so it was just a normal Tuesday break time for me. But what made you choose the Bergvliet Cricket Club, bud?
Well, you were basically a bit of acted like an agent, basically. And also it's much closer, and I mean, you invited me to come watch so that, hey, I can actually gel with these guys. They look like a nice crowd, great crowd. There's a lot of gears I could see immediately. And I thought, this is where I actually want to play.
The game you came to watch was at Bergvliet High School, where I got out first. Yeah. The team ripped into me for about 20 minutes and all just loved it. And he's like, this is home.
Here we go. Missed
I
the
mean,
boat there.
that was an orchestrated event that Calvyn obviously put on just to secure your signature. That's good
When
to
I
hear.
walked off the field after fielding, they just were so excited to let me know that, oh, left a beer for you. I was like, oh, nice. What a lad. Oh, no, it's sitting in the sun and it is warm. So he just left a TFC beer for me, hot as hell, and I had to quickly down it when I got off the field.
If you needed some
So
sort of like sign that Earl belongs here, there it is right there.
So, Earl, can you name 5 players who play for BCC?
Well, you, of course.
Yeah.
Matt, Struan, Russell, Brian.
You're just firing off white
Willa.
names.
Oh, you got Bella in there,
that's the
right?
one
You
that
did well.
I
You did well.
so
You got 5. Well,
Bill, thanks very much for joining us. We're going to go through the quick fire questions, instinctive answers here. Madeiras or Pirates?
I haven't been to Madeiras yet, but Pirates. Had some good nights there.
Favorite away venue?
Let me think about it. Sure, there's so many. Province Cricket Club.
Good one. And then best player you have played with?
I've got one for BCC. That will be Struan.
yeah.
the
he's
treasure.
undefeated.
The club
And,
treasure.
how he
The
rated my
treasure.
bowling against Rylands. Yeah, it was against
Right.
Rylands. But I played
And-
with some other players as well. Would be Mark the Stadler, Ashwell Prince I played with, Rory Kleinveld I played with.
Sure, this is the pod where we're just dropping names here. This lowly Bergvliet pod, and
Yeah,
meanwhile
there's-
these oaks have
there's
been
many
playing
others.
with all these stars.
Also, let's not get Dan Stier started on Ashwell Prince. A guy can talk about him for years.
We're going to get him on the pod soon, I can assure you. Earl,
Yeah.
favorite type of dismissal with the 2-piece now?
Yeah, well, that will be for a left-hander, just leaving one and knocking off stump out the ground.
Loosest teammate you have played with?
Will be Ryan with the mouth.
Ryan with the mouth.
But a
Thought
quick
that was-
one just to explain there.
Go for it.
So we were off.
That's our miracle.
I think-
captain.
We've just made Peter's life
Yeah.
so difficult to edit this before Friday.
And then you still
No. I
show
think
us
this is going to be the...
You wanted to show us the photo. The guy's goal that was there, he was almost climbing over the table to go and have a look at the photo. So, yeah.
So you say you went
Yeah.
home very
Yeah.
soon after that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you got a bit of a hiding there in the corn as well. I think. Must have.
I think that's my favorite answer to that question. Welcome back anytime. Good to have you on.
Sure.
And yeah, happy Friday, and we'll see you. Good luck for the weekend.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know how much of that we can keep on, but that is fucking funny.
The ones to take on Sherwood Mannenberg, recording a scratchy win. They managed to defend a 201 runs with skipper top scoring Bryden with 80 and 2 wickets apiece for Daniel, Matthew James, Lloyd Williams and Lloyd Bernard. Calvyn, bit of a scratchy win?
I would say so. It's actually the second time we played Mannenberg and struggled with them up front with the batting. The first time we played them, even though they're at bottom of the log side, I think they had us like 50 for 4 the first time we played them. And again, had us a little bit in trouble, but we did it. We always do.
I'm just looking at the team sheet quickly, and
Yes.
why has there been no more fanfare about the fact that Lloyd Bernard is now the vice captain?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, we called it victim of COVID because he rocked up sick as hell. Was borderline on the field, off the field, kept saying he had a headache, kept saying he felt horrible,
gosh.
in like 2 minds whether he should play or not. And we were like, okay, no worries. He stands at second slip. He's like, no, guys, like I can't run around today, so I'm going to stand at slip. We're like, okay, cool. And the left-hander, Dan Stier to the left-hander, and this guy cover drives on the up, nicks off, and it flies to Lloyd, who takes it in the slips. And it's become my favorite wicket now. Now when you mentioned what's your
Amazing.
favorite dismissal, I'm changing my answer to caught second slip because it flew off the bat. Lloyd in like some long barrier position caught it, and we all literally dived and hugged him. And I can guarantee he was breathing COVID into my face, and I was just shouting and sucking it in because it was just the moment was great.
We wonder why we produce all these variants. I'm a bit confused here because when we played together last season, opponents were coming up to you, asking you to toss the coin, asking you all the things that they would ask an Oppo captain. Did you turn down the VC role because you're only going to go for the big C after your name, or what's the story? Did you turn down the VC
no,
role?
it's a management thing, you know. You can't give vice captain to a guy who scoring runs. We've got to have him concentrate on his own batting. Is what it is. You know what? Out of all the times I've been in the fields, this Saturday had to be in the top. Honestly, a half volley on leg stump, which I've middled into my pad, and I was given out. Oh, mate, I could have thrown my bat at that guy. I don't know why. It's like a thing that we do. I don't know. I did it to, let's say, looked at the square leg umpire to be like, are you joking? Like, mate, get involved here. Are you not like the third umpire in this situation? Like, can I take this upstairs to square leg, or how does this work? Like, looked at him and shook my head. He kind of looked down, so I knew immediately that he knew. I don't think anyone behind it. I think the wicket keeper went up, but no slips or anything went up. So it was just kind of like more of a how was that than an appeal. But when he gave me out, I was fuming. And then I went to go sit on the bench about 100 meters away from the field for about 10 minutes to cool down. Myself and Alex sitting together because Alex opened the batting and unfortunately nicked off his third or fourth ball.
Fields corner.
But luckily, Bryden batted extremely well. Carried the innings back to his old self. I'm glad. Some would say it was the throwdowns I gave him on Thursday. He was so happy, he even tossed me the ball. I came on first change.
Yes, I mean, not that your gun bowler Lloyd Bernard was sick or anything. You just claiming it.
No. So
first change,
it was actually one of those. It was one of those awkward situations. So the one end bowling into the wind with a boundary that's probably about 30 meters out. Nobody wanted it. We unfortunately have our top 4 bowlers all fighting for wickets to be top wicket taker. I think that's got into all their heads. So no one wanted the ball. So when Bryden asked every single bowler in the club, what side do you want to come from? They all pointed to the with the wind, long boundary. And then he was like, so no one wants to bowl the other end. And then obviously, you know, me being the idiot I am, I was like, I'll do it. Like, you guys don't want to do it. Give me the ball. I'll show you what I can do. 4 overs for 30 odd later. So the platform was open for Alex to be the hero. Then, unfortunately, he also went for about 4 for 50. So we left it late. Of course, there were some partnerships that happened. I think the moment as the first side, we're struggling a bit with wickets after drinks. I think this is 3 games in a row now where a partnership's been built after our opening pair and our drinks. So something we need to work on. But yeah, we're getting the results. Good bowling performance from Dan, from Matthew James again, from Lloyd Williams being back in the side. It was good. Lloyd Bernard bowled well. I think it was everyone except for myself and Alex who bowled well.
Lloyd Williams went for less than a run and over, which is
Lloyd Williams, it was great to have him back. I've always been a fan of his, so I was very bummed when he wasn't inside, and I'm glad he's back.
Great. In a new segment, in other BSA news, Calvin, was there a little bit of a hockey match that went on at the club?
There was on Thursday. Normally we get yelled at by the hockey team and we're not allowed to hit the ball onto the Astro, but Thursday changed things. It was the cricketers and we all aimed for them. So the guys who attended practice were aiming and the other guys, we were kind of just rolling. There were a few guys who stayed on the field and the rest of us kind of practiced and ran on and came back to practice. So it was good. It was good. What do you call it? Club day. I think the cricketers won 4-2 or 3-2. It's debatable. We're not too sure. But yeah, I saw the guys having good fun, having good laughs. It was good spirits.
That just about wraps it up for this week's episode 10. I can't believe we've done 10 of them so far. Before we get into the outro, Kenny, roommate-wise, how's it been going with your new roommate? Thumbs up or down?
No, definitely thumbs up. I think he's very impressed with my domestic / Josie, as her name is. Shout out to her. She's kept his kit sparkling clean. Apparently his girlfriend was supposed to clean it, but Josie stepped in and was having none of it. Performances of the week, Kenny, best batter, bowler, and best team for the week. Team, it's got to be the old Miracle Men, of course. Every week. Until they lose a game, I just have to. Best batter, Bryden, well played on the 81. It's great to see you back in the runs. Best bowler, I'm going to go with maybe a bit of hometown bias now, but I'm going to go with Lloyd Williams for his 10 overs for absolutely nothing, 9 runs, I think it was. And he told me that the only reason he went for 9 runs is he bowled 1 full toss, which got hit for 4, which messed his figures up quite a bit. And he said it was the only bad ball he bowled all day.
Calvin, over to you.
Best batsman, I'll give it to Bryden. It was a good knock. It had fallen time. Best bowler, I'm going to give to Marci. 5 overs for 4 runs. 2 wickets. One after each other.
And team of the week?
Team of the week would be the Thirds.
I'm going to go best batter of the week. Aggregate top scorer, Elaine, with his 248s, 250 avoidances. Best bowler, it's a toss-up for me between Henko with another 3 wickets and Lloyd Bernard on COVID's death's door with 2 wickets. And then I think there's an underground team really getting hot at the moment. Team of the week, the Titans for me. Don't let the Titans get hot. Don't let the Titans get hot. And that's another episode, boys. We'll catch you guys next week. Good luck for the weekend.
Cheers all. Best of luck.